ATF4 fluid has such a weird smell to it, and it's not a good smell. This thing gonna put the Daily's exhaust to shame. Oh my god! On today's episode of getting random crap done to the PTGT, we're gonna do exactly that, or at least so I hope. Normally stuff like this I wouldn't really film or document too much. I might update you guys at some point in the video, but I'm filming it today because I feel like it. By the time this video goes up, I'll probably be legally able to say it, but I actually got a speeding ticket recently and I've been planning to make a whole video about it, but I wanted to fight the ticket and I don't wanna like talk about it until the case is completely closed, just because that seems like a logical, smart thing to do. So I've been waiting on that and waiting on some other stuff. I haven't really had to upload to put up on schedule, so I'm just filming now and I'll have an extra video. This should be a good one because we're working on everybody's favorite car and getting it finished up, because tomorrow is maybe going to be a big cruise night, so like a big car meet slash car show. That's where we go like every week for our little car shows, but once a month during the summer they have what's called Super Cruise, and there's tons of people that show up for that. It's a big deal, but if the weather holds out, that will be tomorrow. Something I was investigating was I was having an issue with my sway bar, and I actually took the bolt out. This was one of the bolts that I had to tap previously, so I had to re-tap it basically, and I got a new bolt for this hole, and I can't find it, or I would put it in right now, but when I find it, we'll put that in. I also figured out what my power steering leak is. I put a remanufactured rack in this a while ago, and I thought that the rack was leaking again, but after further inspection, I have it unplugged right there. You can see that's the power steering sensor. It senses like the pressure in the system. It allows the computer to adjust the idle accordingly when you're like, let's say you're in a parking lot and you're parking and you're moving the wheel, but the engine's not revving up to compensate. It will kind of adjust the idle so the car doesn't bog. That's what that sensor's for, but it looks like that sensor's leaking. I can't tell if it's the O-ring leaking or if it's the sensor itself or what. For tomorrow, I'm just gonna go ahead and plug that sensor in and I'm not gonna worry about it, but by the end of this episode, hopefully, I will get an O-ring and we can go ahead and try to fix that. Other than that, I think that's all I need to take care of right now. Oh, I also need to replace the oil pressure switch thing. If the pressure drops below a certain amount, it pops the switch in the little sensor and causes the oil light to come on. Those are a common failure point on these cars, and mine goes on occasionally, my oil light, and I'm sure that's why I haven't been worried about it, but I might as well order one of them and replace it while I'm at it. So let's see, there's only really so much I can do tonight. So until I go ahead and go in, I am gonna look for that bolt that I lost. I wanna give you guys a little bit of an update on the cars here in the shop. The Daily, not really much happening with it. We might actually be making a sponsored video with this car soon, doing something cool to it. And we got a few little things we could do to that car, but honestly, it's running just fine right now, and I don't really need to drive it right now. When I need to drive it, I drive it, but I prefer the PTGT, obviously, and I've been driving that car so much. I haven't really been driving this car, doing anything with it, really. It's just been sitting here in the shop mostly. Little update on the Focus. There will be a full video out on this car ASAP. If you guys don't know what this car is, if you're new to the channel, I bought this as sort of like a flip project. I started doing these a while ago, but basically I would buy a car with the intention of flipping it. So I buy it for cheap, it had issues, I would fix it up, and then I would sell it for profit and talk about the whole thing in a series of videos. And I actually did pretty well on the channel, the other two cars that I did that with, but this was supposed to be the next like flip project. Right after I got it, I started having an issue with the title on the car. I'll be making a full video explaining exactly how that ended up, but basically I still don't have a title for the car and I'm just trying to get rid of it without a title. So if someone needs a parts car or a derby car or something, it really sucks that that's where it will, you know, that's gonna be its fate, because it is a pretty dang clean car and it would be worth a decent amount of money with a title, but I don't have the time to deal with it. It's been sitting here, and you know, time equals money, especially when you're flipping cars, so you know, I don't want to have to deal with it anymore. So I'm just trying to unload it now. But again, there will be a full video when I do finally like get rid of the car or whatever it ends up happening with it. Hopefully very soon, but we'll see on that. The Eldorado is still here as well. I've actually talked to a couple people who might be buying that car as well, but I've still been trying to sell that, and it's just been kind of sitting here. That's outside, so I can't really show you because it's raining and the doors are shut. This weather really sucks. And hopefully tomorrow will clear up a little bit, but it's been rainy on and off here quite a bit recently, which I guess it's good because we've needed the rain, but I don't like it when it's rainy because it makes it harder to do car things. But anyways, I'm glad we got these couple little things figured out on the PTGT. I've noticed my sway bar was clunking, and that really annoys me when that happens. Other than that, all we really need to do is get our new intake for this thing, which I think I've got figured out, and I'll be getting soon, and I want to build a custom charge pipe. But in the meantime, our little temporary fixes have been holding boost decently, actually. There's a link to the video up in the corner if you haven't seen it already, but I made a little boost leak fix out of like $5 worth of PVC fittings because my charge pipe was leaking up at the throttle body. And I also fixed the intake with some JB weld and some RTV, and it seems to be holding up, but it still all needs to be replaced ASAP, and I cannot wait to get that done. That's just bothering my OCD.
Tomorrow.
All right, boys, the good news is it is a brand new day. Bad news is I still could not find that bolt anywhere. I don't know where I put it. Could have fallen out of my pocket somewhere or something, I don't know. But regardless, I think I'm gonna have to get a new bolt today for that sway bar. I think I'm also gonna go ahead and try to remove that power steering pressure switch thing and see if we need an O-ring and try to get that at the same time. So basically the full plan as of now is we're gonna pull that sensor, hop in the daily cruiser, and actually finally drive that car today. We'll go get our bolt and whatever we need for that sensor, come back, fix the car, and then we're gonna take this thing out for a spin today because I've been wanting to make a video driving the PTGT. You know, it's something a lot of YouTubers overlook. They work on their cars, but they don't ever like really drive them and show you guys the driving experience on camera. It's impossible to you know, fully show somebody what it's like to drive a car through a camera. But still, that's important too. You've seen all this stuff get done to a car. It's kind of cool to see what it can do. I expect great amounts of power steering fluid to spill, so thankfully I have a little tray here to catch that. Yep, here comes the fluid. Yummy. ATF4 fluid has such a weird smell to it, and it's not a good smell. I was able to break the sensor loose with a 22mm wrench. I think that's what size it is. Doesn't want to come out of the wrench though. There we go. It looks like there's not like an O-ring on this like I thought though. There's no seal or anything on here, and I didn't see anything on power steering rack itself. It just screws in. So I don't know. Maybe all we gotta do is throw some Teflon tape on this and that'll be enough to take care of it. That's probably what I'll end up trying. Fortunately, that's not gonna save us a trip to the parts store because I still need that bolt that I can't find. And I also need some more ATF4 fluid. I have some laying around and I thought I had more, but it's normal power steering fluid for like a GM car or whatever. Still runs good. This car is laughably slow, but it could be worse. If you're not in a hurry, it's nice. Stuff, boys. ATF4 bolt that will hopefully work. That took about all of 2 minutes. That's my kind of shopping trip right there. We got a street sweeper over here. He is cleaning up, boy. All right, we did it. We made it. We didn't die. We didn't break down. It's a good day. And I got my bolt. My second bolt, because I still don't know what the first one is. I still can't get over the fact that I literally lost it and I cannot find it. Like, come on, Jimmy. All right, got our sensor thrown back in and everything put back together. I also zip tied this wire for the O2 sensor here because it was kind of hanging down a little bit. I didn't like it, but now it's up at least, so it's not gonna like come down and drag on the ground or anything like that. Also went ahead and put our new bolt in and everything's looking good. So now I'm gonna go ahead and try to clean up some of this power steering fluid spill with some brake clean, and then we're good to go. Ugh, that smells so bad. I love this little funnel because it has like a shut-off valve on it and it screws right onto the lid of a bottle like this. I don't even know where I got it. I got it in like the bargain bin at like Harbor Freight, but it's amazing. This thing gonna put the Dailies exhaust to shame. Power steering seems good. Oh my god. Oh, it smells good. No fluids are gushing out anywhere. I guess we're good. For some reason my GoPro didn't fully charge, but hopefully it has enough battery to record for a little bit here. It's just so much turbo noise now, out the exhaust, and then the blow off, the compressor surge. Oh my God. Uh-oh, I think it's about to rain. This exhaust is too good. It's too good. It's so fun. It sounds so good. I needed to do this for so long. I'm so glad we finally got the downpipe on, guys. For those of you who might be newer to the channel, this car has basically an intake and a full exhaust now. So it's got a 3-inch catless downpipe and a full straight pipe out the back. It's got a Mopar Stage 1 tuned PCM in it right now. So it's not anything crazy fast, but it's fast enough. And it's only gonna get faster from here. But at this stage of its life, it's a lot of fun. Just gurgles nicely, just a little blah, blah, blah. Oh, this is a nasty bump right here. Oh, that wasn't too bad actually. Oh, it's so good. All right, let's do like half, 3/4 throttle right now. The car's not fully warmed up yet. When I do like partial throttle pulls, it does like the DSG sound when you shift, where it cuts timing, and it sounds kind of cool actually. Normally it would do that at full throttle pulls too, but that's something that the Stage 1 tune did for this thing, is it got rid of the DSG sound, the ignition cut, when you'd be really flooring it and when you'd be like redline shifting. Just immediately shifts now, it's awesome. God, it sounds so good. I think this is a bad bump. Ow, yes it is. Big bird. Good God. Woo! This thing boosts so much better. Third gear pulls are hard. Like before you know it, you're going way too fast. Oh my God, it's almost scary. I know I probably sound like a big weenie saying that, but I'm new to this kind of stuff, okay? This is by far the fastest this car has been, and this is the fastest car I've owned, so I'm working my way up. Oh, the road's wet. I can just feel my car getting dirty right now. We're gonna have to be a little bit careful though, that kind of sucks. So I wanted to shred some of these roads, but a little too wet. This weather has sucked, man. I hate it when it's like super rainy and cloudy and just the overcast. It makes me want to just sleep all day, and there's not enough caffeine in the world to counteract it. At least the sun's coming out a little bit today. We'll take it. All right, I'm gonna go to my favorite underpass. Dude, the sun is out, but it's still raining a tiny bit. It's like mist on the windshield. What the heck? This weather is all over the place. Are still pretty wet. I also went down the wrong road. One of these roads near here has like an underpass that goes under a bridge. And I love going through it and making noise. I haven't gone through it yet since we did the downpipe, so I really want to do that. I think I gotta go one road over though. Man, I don't know if you guys can see that, but this road is closed down here because it's completely flooded. It's been raining like crazy down here. God, the crackles are so good. Okay, this is the road that I wanted. Oh, here we go, baby. All right, please hold out GoPro battery. Oh my God. We lost traction in second gear, and the third gear shift was brutal. We got a second one here. Oh my God. Woo! I'm gonna turn around and go back down through those. Maybe try to hit our two-step. I call it two-step, but it's just the rev limiter when you go in neutral. We'll hit it in second, and then we'll two-step through the second one. All right, time to two-step. Oh! Oh my God, the camera's not gonna do that justice, but that last pop, my ear's almost ringing from that. Dude, that was freaking awesome. Well, that was fun. You can't even see the car because the bush is in the way, but she is obnoxious now. Got one last little update on everything going on out here in the shop to finish out the video. I recently got this sweet little gauge set for air conditioning systems, as well as a little vacuum pump. My dad actually got it for me as a little early birthday present, so I was really excited about because I wanted to be able to do AC stuff for a long time. If you ever have to remove lines or move lines out of the way and then recharge systems or try to diagnose AC system issues, something like this is a necessity. So I've been testing it out, and I used it here on the daily because the daily had like no refrigerant in it. It all leaked out this last winter. I wasn't sure what the issue was, so I put vacuum in the system, and then I left it for a little bit, and it quickly drained back to zero. So I think there is a leak somewhere in the system. I gotta try to figure out where it is. Maybe we'll talk about that in a future video, but I was just kind of playing around with that today. Also, the good old Durango, this thing's actually been running good. It passed inspection too, because I replaced the one O2 sensor that was having issues. This car is just like, everybody uses it on and off when it's needed, and it's the only car here that will tow a trailer, so we use it for towing our trailer with our water tank on it and stuff like that. I took it on a little road trip the other day to pick up some stuff at our local Lowe's for the family, and on the way there it started misfiring really bad, and then on the way home, when I was almost home, I could smell something really hot. It smelled like when your brakes start to stick and they get hot. Sure enough, when I pulled into the driveway, this brake was smoking a tiny bit because it got so hot, and this caliper was sticking. So I figured it was the guide pins, but after taking the caliper off, you can see there the piston actually chipped in 2 different places on this one. I think that caused debris to be able to get in there from the chip and just from, you know, driving, and caused that to seize up. So seeing that, I said, nuh-uh, we need to get new calipers for this. So tomorrow I'm going to be getting some new remanufactured calipers and trading those in down at Napa. Get that all done tomorrow so I don't have to think about it, but that's what's going on with this car. Other than that, everything else in the fleet has been running good, and we're almost there. I just got to figure out what's going on with this car. I think one of the spark plug wires might be messed up from when I changed them, so I got to reach up in there and figure that out, and then get those calipers replaced, and she'll be good to go. But I guess that's it for this video, guys. We've had just a lot of little stuff going on like that. I will be coming out with that video about the ticket ASAP. I'm hoping that by the beginning of this week, I will have the clearance to be able to put that video up. So stay tuned for that. That'll probably be the next video you see if all goes well. But we're back to 2 videos a week now, so hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to stay up to date. I'm always replying to
comments and checking out what you guys have to say and checking out all the feedback right when the videos go up. So be sure to stop in when videos come up, drop me a comment, and also follow us on our Instagram to get updates on whenever videos are coming out and, you know, what the latest is basically and some of the behind the scenes. We're almost to 1,000 followers over there, which isn't much, but when we hit 1,000, I want to do like a giveaway. I've never done anything like that before, so get those numbers up so we can finally do that. That would be awesome. Anyways, guys, thanks again so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. You rock. God bless, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.